Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today I'm taking a look at Beast Hunt by Monzy Games. Now this is a first impression video because this game is a prototype. It's going to be hitting Kickstarter on July 15th. So I'm going to be leaving a link in the description section down below if you were interested in backing this game. So Beast Hunt is a 2 to 6 player card game that plays in about 30 to 90 minutes. Now you're battling it out with other players trying to kill the king of the beasts. That is the ultimate goal of this game. So how do you do that? Well, let me show you a quick how to play video, and then I'm going to let you know what I think about this game, what are my first initial thoughts, and who I think this game is for. Okay, so this is how a game of Beast Hunt is going to be set up. We're going to randomly pick a King of the Beast card right here, and we're going to choose from several different King of the Beasts in this game. We're going to play it face down for now, and this is going to be revealed later. We're going to lay out 3 Beast cards right here from this huge deck, and then we're going to draw 5 cards. Now, before we do all of that, you're going to pick a champion. Now, this is just a prototype. The champion cards themselves are going to be a little bit bigger than these. So I'm going to pick this guy right here, the Scurvy Captain. He is a pirate class. At the bottom of the card, there's going to be 2 actions. One is going to be an action that you can do on your turn, and the other is a passive ability. So let's say we pick this guy. I'm going to show you the other classes that are in the game. So there's several classes. There's Shinobi, Nightmare, Royal, Hunter, Invoker, Pirate, and Mercenary. Now, in this game, you are trying to gather heroes to go and fight these beasts. Now, it doesn't matter what kind of class is in your party. You can have as many heroes in your party as you want, but if you look at these beast cards right here, they're going to show these symbols down here. That means that it's going to require a certain class to fight it. This symbol right here means you need 2 heroes of any class. We have this one right here. We have 2 heroes of an Invoker and a Pirate. So it goes into that effect. How do you get to the King of the Beasts? Well, there's 2 ways. Either you kill 3 beasts, and then the King of the Beast is going to be revealed, or you would have 5 of the same class in your party, and that's including your champion. So if you have your champion and you have 4 other pirates, then the King of the Beast is going to be revealed, and that's it right there. So what does a turn look like? On your turn, you have 3 action points. Now, one thing you can do is draw from this deck, which is going to be 1 action point. I'm going to go over what some of these things are in a little bit. So this is a banner card. So that will go into my hand. Another thing you can do is play certain cards onto your heroes or heroes into your party. So right now, let's make believe this is in my hand. If I wanted to put him into my party, it would cost 1 action point. Another thing I can do is play several of these cards. So this is an armament card. There's an arcana card. I'll go over what the enchantments do in a bit. So let's just say this banner card right here. Our hero equipped with this banner becomes a hunter. So what the banner cards do is they change the class of your hero. Again, that leans towards getting those 5 of the same in your party. Now, all the cards that you can get are cards like this. This is an arcana card, another card that you can play during your turn. So for example, it says right here, look at the top 3 cards of the deck and add 1 to your hand. Let's go over some more. Again, we have another hero right here. That is an Invoker. Again, we have another enchantment. More heroes. And now this is what I wanted to go over. This is a Defiance card. Now, Defiance cards are played to interrupt other players. So, for example, it says here, you can play this card when a player attempts to play a hero, armament, curse, banner, or an arcana card. And this would mess them up. So that's another. That is a reaction card. Another card I wanted to show were curse cards. Now, curse cards, for example, you can equip to an opponent's hero. So like this one right here would count as a -1 beast and has its effect negated. Destroy this card at the end of that player's 2nd turn. So you can mess with other players. There's some take that in this game because you want to be the first to kill this beast right here. And you're trying to prevent other players from getting ahead of you. Another card, so this is the last card I wanted to show, which is the Lesser Beast. When you draw a Lesser Beast card, you have to put it in front of you right away and fight it. So how do you kill this beast? Well, you gotta have a roll of 6 or less. And what the lesser beasts do is if you defeat them, it's gonna add +1 to your rolls against the King of the Beast. So you can have several of these and it'll be very beneficial of you fighting the King of the Beast at the end. Now, as you see, so if you do not defeat this beast, it's going to go straight back into the discard pile and you cannot get it later on. But there are several lesser beasts in this game. Again, and not all of them are gonna have this hit point. They're gonna differentiate. So let's say, for example, now I play this pirate into my party, and I want to attach this armament to him. So a hero equipped with this armament can roll to use this effect twice. So again, if you look at the hero, they have an ability at the bottom. When you lay a hero down, you can use this ability immediately until the next turn. Then you have to spend an action to use this ability. So if I want to use his action, I have to roll a 7 or plus. Now, that's where the enchantment cards come in. As you saw before, you needed to roll a 5 or less. These enchantment cards have -2, +3, -1, so you would have to choose which one. So that's why there's these negative cards here, because sometimes there's certain cards that want you to roll less in order to complete that ability, like as this one right here does. So now, another thing you can do is attack one of these beasts. These are going to cost 2 action points. And I'll go over attacking beasts in a little bit. Now, the third and final thing you can do, which is going to cost all 3 action points, is discard your whole hand and draw up to 4 cards. So now let's go over fighting a beast. So like I stated before, if you want to fight a beast, you have to have the requirements right here. And to the right is going to show you how many dice you have to roll. Every roll consists of 2 dice. So this will be actually 4. So you are rolling 4 dice when attacking him. Now to the left, it says here, if you roll a 7 or less, you have to kill 2 of your heroes. If you want to defeat this monster, you have to roll 18 or above. Now, the number in the middle is the stagger number. If you roll a 12 or above and less than 18, then this monster is staggered. Now, what that does is, in the next round, if somebody's going to attack this monster and they roll 12 but less than 18, they're going to take this beast from you because it was staggered. So, like I stated before, you want to try and get 3 of these and then go after this one, or the party of 5. But it really would behoove you to try to get a lot of these lesser beasts as well, because these go towards attacking these, the King of the Beasts. Now, the King of the Beasts is going to be a lot more difficult. So you're going to have 8 dice that you can roll. Like this guy right here is going to cost you, you're going to need to roll 38 or more to win. He's got a stagger of 29, and if you roll less than 20, he's going to hurt you pretty bad. Another thing I didn't mention, when you defeat one of these beasts, they're going to go into your party, and you're going to have this ability for the rest of the game. So sometimes it probably would behoove you to go after the beast than rather have the 5 card, a party of 5 of the same. But yeah, so once this guy is defeated, whoever defeats him is going to win the game. So now I'm going to go over some of the acrylics. I mean, this is just a card game, but I wanted to show off what the deluxe edition is going to have. Okay, so these are the acrylic champions. You're going to have these acrylic pieces right here. I mean, the only purpose they serve is just to show you off your avatar instead of having people looking at your card, so people can see what you have. So obviously, you just have this right here, and you put it right here on the stand, and then you put it right in front of you on top of your champion card to let everybody know that this would be your champion. The other ones here is you have the King of the Beasts. These are the King of the Beast stands, so obviously when they're revealed, you take these out, you put them on their stand. Let's get them right here. And there we go. They look amazing. These are some of the best acrylics I have ever seen. And again, these are just prototypes. But I just wanted to show these off, that these will be in the deluxe edition of the game. The base game is just going to have the cards. Again, these only serve as avatars, just to show, again for a little, I guess he says, make your game a little more fancier. But I will say right now, these are 100% worth it. They are just beautiful. Look at that. Even this one looks pretty sick. Okay, so those are the acrylics. Now I'm gonna go over what I think of this game. I'm giving off my first impression. And that's how you play Beast Hunt. Now, as you can see, this is a very simple, easy game to play. It is very accessible. It plays fast, and it plays faster with more players. My first game of 2 players actually went more than an hour. It went about 90 minutes. With more players, it played closer to the hour mark, maybe even less, because of all the cards that are coming out and more people chasing after those beasts and finally getting to the king of the beasts. So it is more tense and more competitive at more players. And I do think the 4 and above is the way to play this game. But I think it is still good at 2 and 3. Another thing I really liked is the artwork. The artwork is amazing. This is some of the best artwork I've seen in a while. I'm going to go over the acrylics later. The acrylics are outstanding. I've never seen acrylics like this before, especially now with, there are some games that are using acrylics today. These are the best I have ever seen. The replayability is very high with this game. Because of those King of the Beast cards, the champions that you can choose from, that's going to add a different strategy every game, and it's going to add depth to this game. So replayability, which is very important to me, is very high in this game. Another thing, player interaction. This, in my opinion, this is a mean take that game. Yes, you're not attacking other players, but you are preventing them from getting those beast cards and those King of the Beast cards. There is a lot of interaction, a lot of meanness, which is what I like. Now, does it affect them a lot? No, it's not going to be like super mean, but you're stopping them from doing it. But the thing is, the next turn, yeah, they might have the resources and the heroes that are able to defeat that beast, but it's giving you that extra chance to do what you want. So it's not entirely mean, but there is take that element in this game, especially when you play those curse cards, those define cards, other cards to stop them, or stealing somebody else's hero and stuff. There's a bunch of ways you can affect the other players. And again, when there's a higher player count, you got to worry about what everyone else is going to do to you too. And I like that tense gameplay. Like I said before, this game plays very quickly with the higher player count, so I think that's going to be a big plus with a lot of players. And the rules are super simple, very simple rules. It's only going to be about maybe 3 pages or even less. But this is an easy game to pick up. I think it is a good family game if you're into nice, mean family games. But it's also a great game for as a filler. If you're having a game night, this is a good game to bring out, especially if you have a lot of people over, like 4 or 5 people. This will make a great filler game for the first game of the night. And like I stated before, great at higher player counts. It's very rare that you have a game that exceeds at higher player counts. Many games you have 4 player counts, 5 player, but like it's usually 4 players always that sweet spot. This game is really great at 5, 6 players, and I would say it's almost like a party game as well. So what do I dislike about it? Well, whenever you have a card game like this, you're always going to have the randomness of the cards. Does it affect it greatly? I don't think so, but you have those dice rolls. You have the randomness where if somebody gets a card that you wanted, and there's nothing you can do about it. It doesn't take away from the fun factor of this game at all. And of course, another thing I disliked is that it's slower at 2 players. So there was an instance when I was playing at 2 players that the heroes that I had in my party, I wasn't able to attack any of the beasts. And I'm like, okay, so I guess I'm just drawing cards. Until I had a hero that was able to fight a beast once you played it. But there's also that action where you could discard all your cards and draw back up to 4, which also helps a lot. But again, there were times where I didn't have what it took to attack that beast. And that's really what happens at a 2-player game. So that's why I think 2-player games is the worst way. I don't want to say the worst way to play, but it's the least preferred way to play this game. So let's go back to the acrylics. The acrylics in this game are top notch. Now, there is 2 regular versions of this game. There's the base game, which is going to run about $40. That's just going to have the cards. If you get the deluxe version, it's going to have the champion standees, and then which is going to cost you $60. It's still not an expensive game. The King of the Beast standees is going to come with the King of the Beast edition, and that's also going to have deluxe, the expansion, and everything else that comes with the games. So, but Do you really need them? I'm gonna say yes, because these, like I said, these are amazing. I have never seen anything like acrylics like these before, especially the size and scope of it. You know, again, does it change the gameplay? No, but yeah, it does make it nicer to look on the table. You know, if somebody passing by and sees all those standees, and they're gonna be like, oh, you know, this looks dope. I want to play this game. They are that nice. So if you're willing to dish out the money, which I really do think it's worth it, and you're gonna get your money's worth, do it. Because these, again, I don't know, I sound like a broken record, but these acrylics are that nice. So overall, Beast Hunt is a great competitive game, mostly because of its accessibility. So it's going to appeal to a lot of gamers and non-gamers as well. Somebody who's not into board games, they can easily pick this game up and have a lot of good time with it. And I have played this game with non-gamers, and they did enjoy it. And again, you know, the variabilities of the champions and those King of the Beast, it offered that high replayability, which is important. You know, you're spending even $40. You're spending money. Anytime you spend money on a game, you want it to last in your collection. You want to get a lot out of it, and you're going to get a lot out of this game. It is that good. It is a sleeper hit for me. It is a surprise too. I was not expecting it to be this good and this fun. You know, it's a game I would love to have in my collection when it comes out. You know, I think it's gonna have a long shelf life because, again, because of the accessibility of this game. And also, you know, the expansion that adds a little bit more to it. Again, even though I didn't play the expansion, just reading over it, I know it's gonna add a lot more to it, and it's gonna make this a great game to an even better game. So that's gonna do it for today, guys. You know, again, highly recommend you check this game out on Kickstarter. Like I said before, I'm gonna leave the link in the comment section, in the description section below. Well, please like, subscribe, help this little channel grow. And I want to thank Monzy Games again for sending me this prototype copy. I had a great ton of fun with it, and good luck to them on their pledge. And hope you guys have a great one. Keep on playing.